Welcome to a new episode of the Opening Bid Unfiltered podcast. I'm Yahoo Finance Executive Editor Brian Sozzi. Like I always say, this podcast will make you a smarter investor, period. And we're just flat out going to have some fun here on this episode, flat out. And let me just give you a little backstory. It was about 7 or 8 months ago. I was at my favorite steakhouse. I was having a drink at the bar. I look up, I see a baseball team wearing yellow, and I see someone on stilts pitch a ball. And I didn't know what I was looking at. Clearly, I've been late to this whole thing, but I'm not late anymore. Here with me now is the founder and owner of the Savannah Bananas, Jesse Cole. Jesse, good to see you, man. And good to see you in full. I mean, this is the owner's outfit, right?
This is my work uniform, yes. So when I put this on, it's showtime.
So when we are taping this, we're right in the middle of the World Series, and do you enjoy watching the World Series? I mean, your game is. I want to get into the rules of your game, the whole shebang. But I mean, your games are 2 hours. They're shorter. They're fast. They're exciting. And sometimes the World Series is anything but.
Well, I think baseball's come a long way. I think they're doing some great things at the MLB level, a lot more excitement. But yeah, that's what we obsess over. We obsess on how do we make the game as fun as possible every single moment? How do we make it faster, more exciting, and show fans things they've never seen before in front of a baseball field?
For those not familiar with Savannah Bananas, talk to me about, well, what is it and where did the idea to found it come from?
Yeah, well, we started as just a traditional baseball team over 10 years ago. We were actually playing college summer baseball. So one of the lowest levels of baseball there was. And fortunately, we went all in on the entertainment. So we had dancing players. We had a senior citizen dance team called the Bananas. We had a male cheerleading team, the Bananas, which is our dad bod cheerleading squad. And we started going all in on the entertainment. But we noticed that fans were still leaving games early, even though we sold out every game at that level. So we said, well, what if we create a better game? And that's what we looked at. We said, all right, what about a 2-hour time limit? What about there's no blowout? So if you win the inning, you get a point. No mound visits, no stepping out of the box, no walks. You can steal first. And if fans catch a foul ball, it's an out. And so we built this game. And now we have 6 teams, the Banana Ball Championship League starting in 2026. And so fortunate we've sold out every single stadium and the wait list is over 4 million for tickets. So it's been a crazy, crazy ride over the last 10 years.
Those early days when you were starting out, how did you even start something like this? And what was some of the hardships of getting something like this off the ground?
Yeah, well, people, I think Jeff Bezos said it best, you need to be willing to be misunderstood. Whenever you're doing something that hasn't been done before, you go through challenges in adversity. And so, yeah, we sold 2 tickets in our first 3 months. So not the best start, not a great business model. And so, yeah, my wife and I, we had to sell our house, empty out our savings account, the little money we had, put it into the team. And yeah, we were sleeping on an airbed, grocery shopping with just $30 a week. So that was it for months back in 2016. And then once people saw the show, they saw the experience, they said, this is unlike anything I've seen on a baseball field. They started telling everyone. So now we spend $0 marketing, but we invest everything on the experience, the fans first experience. And that's the name of our company, Fans First. And that's what we obsess over.
I have to stay on the early days. Did you ever want to give up?
No, there was no other options. We burned the boats at that point. So we were in 7 figures in debt. I thought about that for a second because the reality is, yeah, there were nights we didn't sleep at all and we were struggling, but we were 7 figures in debt. We had employed some people right out of college and they put their trust in us and we had to make sure that we made this work. And so, no, we just had to make it happen. You just keep going, show up every day.
What made you how'd you come to those days so passionate and optimistic? Did you grow up wanting to start a business? Were you an avid baseball fan? What went off in your brain?
Now, I didn't even know what the word entrepreneur meant probably until I became one. But yeah, no, I was a baseball guy. I played baseball my whole life. My dad owned a baseball facility up in Massachusetts, became a big Red Sox fan. The dream was to get drafted. And fortunately, I was talking to professional scouts, had a big college scholarship down south and tore my shoulder. And so that ended my career. And I went into coaching, realized that watching the game was boring to me. And so I said, how do you make it more fun? So then I started working in the front office. Before they were the Bananas, I spent 10 years in a tiny little town and a team in Gastonia, North Carolina, learning and growing and reading about Walt Disney and P.T. Barnum and Bill Veeck and Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs and Grateful Dead and Cirque du Soleil and WWE. I mean, I just studied everybody that was creating a unique customer experience, making something really special. And that's where we started trying to test it in Gastonia and then ultimately in Savannah.
What did you learn from a Walt Disney, reading up on him?
Oh, everything's about vision. You got to have a vision. He always said it's kind of fun to do the impossible. He was obsessed with details. He said, if you lose the detail, you lose it all. So he had a vision of what the best experience could be. First, when he built animations with Snow White and a long form animated film, he said, I'm going to create something truly special. He added color before anyone else. Then he added sound, and then he had a vision for Disneyland. He said, I wish there were a place that adults and kids could have fun together. And when I was sitting in a dugout, similar to him sitting on his bench with his two daughters at Griffith Park, I sat in a dugout. I was coaching before I got into this. I said, I wish baseball could be more fun. I wish everyone, adults, kids, everyone could have more fun, because I was sitting in a dugout, the best seat in the house, and I was still bored. How do you make it more fun for everyone? And so, yeah, I take so much inspiration from Walt and the world that he built and how he was always obsessing over that customer experience.
All right, I walk into a Savannah Bananas game. What should I expect?
Well, I mean, a banana ball game, you're going to see just all the rules, the nonstop. Bananas, each team has their own cast. So when you stay with the Bananas, you are going to see, see them play on stilts. You're going to see a dancing umpire. You're going to see our Bananas. You're going to see, an entirely obsessed customer experience. So we open the gates at 2:00 for a football stadium game or an MLB stadium game. We have a rope drop. We'll have Princess Potassi in our cast singing. Then we have players signing autographs till 3:00. Then we have the Before the Peel show from 3 to 4:30. Then we have a big march with our banana band and all of our cast. And we do a big opening in front of 10 to 20,000 people in front of the stadium. Then we have our show from 4:30 until 7:00, which we have about 72 different promotions. Then the game goes from 7 to 9, which is nonstop. Then from 9, we have the post-game plaza party that goes with our bands and playing music. And then I sign autographs in the cast until the last fan leaves around 11:30 at night. It is an obsession with making the show great. We go up in the upper deck, our cast, our players will put up a show up there. There are things happening like dances, walk-ups, scoring celebrations. It is something that we have a lot of fun creating, because every night is completely brand new for our fans.
I would have such a blast hanging out with you. I got to be honest, man. You're one of our most fun guests. We've had her all year. So how do you find the players on the team? Because let's be clear, I've been watching this a lot. These are real players, and they can play a hell of a lot better than me.
Yeah, that's the thing. This wouldn't work if the players couldn't play at a high level. And so that's what people don't realize. We have first-round picks, second-round picks, third-round picks. We have some of the top professional guys that went up in the minors but just never made it to the major leagues, or some of the top college players in the country. And then they come to Banana Ball and they let loose. They learn how to do trick plays, backflip catches, between the legs, things that people have never seen before. And so, yeah, right now we've had over 1,000+ players reach out. We have tryouts from the best pro independent guys to form our 6 teams. And yeah, I mean, they're throwing 90 miles an hour, 95 miles an hour, but they're also busting out trick plays and hitting 400-foot home runs while dancing, then celebrating and doing all that. And that's kind of makes it all come together.
I got this question from my teammate, and I'll put it to you. Like, who are you playing? Like, is there a league of folks, and how do you find the teams?
Yeah, so we built our own Banana Ball League. So we started with the Bananas. They started. Now the Party Animals, they have more followers than every Major League Baseball team on TikTok. So the Party Animals, so they sold out their whole tour. And so now they're selling out Major League stadiums without the Bananas. And then you have the Firefighters, our 3rd team. Then you have our 4th team, the Texas Tailgaters. And then you have the Loco Beach Coconuts and the Indianapolis Clowns, which we're so proud to bring them back. One of the most prolific Negro League teams that was known for the show and the baseball circus. We've brought them back working with the Negro League Baseball Museum. And so all of them sell out their own tours without the Bananas. And so because people are coming to see Banana Ball, the Banana Ball experience. So the Party Animals doing football stadiums and MLB stadiums this year without the Bananas, that'll be completely sold out.
How have you come up with some of these ideas?
It's an obsession. Everything comes down to, every night we're thinking about what are things that we can do that no one else ever have done on a baseball field. And so we learned from Saturday Night Live that we have to have a process to do it. So I've been writing down ideas every single day since 2018, 10 ideas a day. And so our team on Tuesdays, we have OTT meetings. So we get together and we go over, all right, this weekend, each team, what are the over-the-top ideas we're going to come up with? Then the players have their own OTT meeting. Then we have our broadcast have our OTT meeting. Then we continue to build these ideas. So where do they come from? Everywhere. We're looking at, Cirque du Soleil. We're looking at WWE. We're looking at some of the best entertainment in the world. We're looking at social media. What are cool, unique trends that people are doing? And then how do you bring it to a baseball field? And so it's just, our company is built on ideas. And one of our fans' first principles is ideas are everything.
So you have 11 rules. And I'm sure you can recite all 11 on the top of your head. But are there a couple that are absolutely fundamental to what you're doing?
Well, let's start with where it comes from. So we build the rules by looking at what are the friction points in a baseball experience. That's the starting point of all innovation for us. So you look at the friction points, a batter stepping out of the box, all right? That takes so long. It's boring. Keep him in the box.
Oh, it's
Out of the
horrible.
box. It's a strike. Mound visits, okay? There's no one that comes to a baseball game and says, I hope they have some good mound visits tonight. Can't wait for the big mound visit. No one wants that. Eliminate it, all right? Walks. Walks are boring. They are so boring. It's like, all right, we're in an athletic sport. This is an athletic sport. Now time for the walk. Maybe just do a light little jog to first base. That's part of this game. Eliminate them. So we created a ball four sprint. So literally in the fourth ball, the hitter takes off full speed. The catcher has to throw the ball to every single player in the field before it is live. So you'll have plays at second or doubles. We look at every part that's boring. But even the 2-hour time limit, that doesn't sound sexy or attractive or fun. But the reality is 98% of our fans stay till the end of the game, which doesn't happen most places because the end is coming. We got 10 minutes left. We're about to get it. But so that's the friction. We even put in the fan challenge rule. If there's a play that an umpire makes that the fans don't like, they get one challenge a game. And so they'll throw confetti up and they challenge it because we realize we want to get the fans involved with everything. So that's the root of it all. Obviously, fans catching a foul ball for an out is the one that's loved by most. We're proud of that. We've had 6 in a game is the record.
Wow.
And we've even kids catch a foul ball to win the game for the team. And they rush them on the field. They lift them over their shoulders. They're celebrating. That's why we build this. It's for the fans. And so those are the moments that we love more than anything.
All right, hang with us, Jesse. We're going to go off for a very short break. We'll be right back here on Opening Bid Unfiltered. All right, welcome back to Opening Bid Unfiltered here at the NASDAQ in Times Square. Having my, I'd say one of the most fun chats I've had all year on this podcast is with owner and founder of the Savannah Bananas, Jesse Cole. Jesse, it's got to frustrate you to watch a regular sports game, no? It doesn't matter what sport, baseball, football, hockey. I mean, the rules, the boringness. I mean, you have to pull out your hair.
I've certainly become a friction fighter, and I see friction everywhere. So yes, whether it's going to a restaurant, whether it's at the airport, whether it's watching a sporting event, I think, I notice every single time in a game, the people behind home plate, are they glued watching it or on their phones? Are they talking to people? Or are there empty seats? And if there is, that's a problem. It's a responsibility of the league, the owner, to make it so exciting that you never want to take your eyes off it. And so, yes, I watch all sports with probably a different lens than most.
When I think the sports leagues, I think of these teams are owned by billionaires and they sit up in their offices and they point and they say, do this or don't do that. Or they sign these players to big checks. Like, have you talked to any of these people before? Like, and are they paying attention to what you're doing?
We're very fortunate. We've built some great relationships. When we first started, I got hung up on every day. I couldn't get in any doors. But now, obviously we've had some success. So we're hearing from a lot of people, from shareholders to investors to owners of teams. And we've got great relationships with the owners of some of these major league teams and the presidents of these teams. And, I think we're all trying to grow the game. Our game's different. Banana ball is certainly different than baseball, but we're all trying to create fans. We're all in the same game. Yes, some of the interests are different. I have no interest to make billions of dollars. I want to create a billion fans. I want to create a billion fans. And the only way we do it is one fan at a time. And that's our number one interest. And so most decisions we do are counterintuitive to that, in the sense that of trying to make money. I mean, we keep all our games for free on YouTube. We have no ticket fees, no convenience fees, no service fees. We pay all our fans taxes. Literally, on every merchandise item, on every ticket, we pay all the taxes. And it's part of who we are. We don't have sponsorships all over our outfield wall. In fact, we eliminated all of them. And so our thing is, how do we create fans? And it can hurt the business. Whereas some owners, it's how do you drive value? How do you drive the revenue? How do you drive sales and get the value of the team higher? I'm not interested in that. Just want to create a billion fans.
As you look to create a billion fans, like, what's next for your business?
Well, this was a big pivot this year. You think about this. We started as a college summer team, all right? Then we played in a traditional baseball league. Fortunately, we won 3 championships in the 6 years. And then we said, we're going to get rid of that business. A very healthy business, selling out every game, no pay for the players because you weren't allowed to. We pivoted, went to an exhibition team, as people called us, the Bananas, and then very successful. We said, no, we're going to get out of that. We're going to disrupt ourselves again. Now we're going to form a league with 6 teams. And so, this is the next big step. But when you think about where we're going, we're playing in 45 states this year. We're playing from the Superdome to Kyle Field with 102,000 people in Texas A&M, to 100,000 in University of Tennessee in Knoxville, to 3,000 in Billings, Montana. We're going to try to go to the fans and wherever they are. And even if it's hard and it doesn't make sense. So we're going to continue to do that. And yes, international is in the future. We get reached out to by different stadiums all over the world, but once it's right. And so again, we're going to create more fans. We're going to build this game of banana ball. And I think people are going to be very shocked at some of the places that we play and what we do in the next few years, because they're like, I couldn't believe they're going to do that. And that excites us.
I asked I recently had the founder of High Rocks on. I mean, they are just exploding athletic type business. And he told me he doesn't want to take any outside money. He was unsure if they might IPO at some point. Like, are those decisions that you are now coming up against, given how fast you're growing?
Yeah, every week we get a new email and hearing from some of the biggest investment groups, and it's humbling. It really is, because we started this from scratch. We went into 7 figures in debt, but no, we've built a business where our fans support us. We don't need capital to grow. Between merchandise and selling out everywhere we go, which we're so fortunate, our fans support us. So we will continue to say no. My wife and I are so proud to be able to do this, and from where we were 10 years ago, and we're going to continue to do it our way, which is we believe what's best for fans. And that's a different way than a lot of maybe shareholders or investors look at things.
How do we get what you're doing at the grassroots of sport? I'm talking sports. I mean, I'm talking Little League. Is that something you see happening? I mean, why should a person in Little League walk? Why did I walk when I was in Little League? Maybe it doesn't make any sense.
It's very hard to try new things. And when the world pushes you to do things like everyone else, it's very difficult. The key is when you just look and put yourself in the shoes of a parent, of a Little Leaguer, of anything, and say, what are the points? What are the friction points? What are the frustration points? And then just say, we're going to do the opposite, and we're just going to try, even if you don't know how. Give you an example. In Savannah, Georgia, every single ticket is all-inclusive. All of our burgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, soda, water, popcorn, dessert. We had no idea how to do that when we started. We didn't know our fans were going to go through 10,000 pieces of meat in an hour. We had no idea, but we believed there was a better way. If there's a better way for Little League, if there's a better way for any sport, if there's a better way for any business, look at those friction points, look at those frustration points, put yourself in the customer's shoes and just start doing it. And it's going to be messy. It's going to be hard. It has been hard every step of the way for us. But if you have a bigger vision of how it can be better for someone, you can win in the long run. And most importantly, you can win for your customers, which then makes your business win. And that's just the mindset we take with everything. And I would love to get into Little League. I mean, there's so many opportunities there. Youth travel ball, all of that. I mean, it can be better. It is frustrating because of the amount of pay, how you have to travel, how it is inconvenient, how it is so competitive. It isn't all about fun like it used to be. There are huge opportunities in that industry and in youth sports that at some point I think we'd love to have some fun with.
I go back, I look at what, and I'm drawing a blank right now, the football league, the XFL. A lot of, obviously it's bust, Vince McMahon launched that, much fanfare, but a lot of the technologies and rules and things that he developed ended up in some capacity in NFL. I mean, do you see some of the things you're doing ending up in a Major League Baseball?
I don't think that way, but I mean, I appreciate the question. I just, we are so locked in and obsessed on how do you make the experience better for the fan in the stadium, outside the stadium, broadcast, that, if I think we all learn from other people on the outside. So if there's things that they grab, that's awesome. I mean, we've taken so much from Circus du Soleil, WWE, Grateful Dead, Saturday Night Live. I mean, we've taken so much that ideas. And so I think that's what makes, entrepreneurship great, is that, you're willing to do whatever it takes to find a better way. And so, yes, I hope we continue to share ways because it's better for the fan in the long run.
Quick lightning round. I love to do this with all our entrepreneurs we have on here. One decision this year that kept you up at night.
Oh, where does that go? See, they don't realize it's not about what keeps me up at night. It's what wakes me up in the morning. I wake up from anywhere from 2:30 to 5 o'clock generally every single morning. And what wakes me up is when we do things that haven't been done before. So launching the Indianapolis Clowns, the local Beach Coconuts, playing at these 100,000 seat football stadiums, announcing a player draft, which in a new way with the fans getting involved and franchising players, all these things, that's what wakes me up. It's the excitement to do something we've never done before. And there's a lot of things right now that I'm spending a lot of time on that we haven't even announced yet. Like it's the things that are hard, that are extremely hard, that there's no blueprint on how to do it. That wakes me up in the morning and gets me excited just to try it, to figure it out.
The biggest risk you'll take the next 24 months?
This is supposed to be a lightning round, and I'm failing it.
No, it's good. I love thinking. I love the thought.
Yes. No, this is the biggest risk in the next 24 months. It would probably be something either in regards to a movie or a big international event. Though one of those would probably be the biggest risk that we would go into.
All right, I like how you thread the needle down. That's very good. Last one. Do you and I'd love to get your perspective on this. Do you believe in work-life balance?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've heard people say work-life harmony. I think what I think of everything is follow your energy. Do what gives you energy. If you have energy in what you do, you can be your best version of yourself for everyone. And so I have 3 kids under 7. I have an amazing wife. And our life, there's no necessarily balance. We are traveling around the country. Our kids are homeschooled. We travel. We do lots of things together. It is not necessarily a balance, but we chase our energy. We do what we love. We do what gives us passion, and that works for us. And so whatever that looks like for someone, I would say go in on it, because we're having the time of our life. Our kids are going to experience things they never experienced before. And my wife and I are on this amazing ride together, and we're figuring it out every day.
Jesse, I just gotta say, I've never met you in person, but just spending 25 minutes with you here doing this remotely, you epitomize a founder. I wish you much success in what you're doing. I think it's absolutely tremendous. I hope I can get to a game and meet you in person, because I think it's just, it's awesome to watch. I don't even know how you throw in stilts. Not you, but like, it's wild. I don't even know how that's even possible. I can probably get stilts on, like, let alone throw a baseball with them.
As Walt Disney said, it's kind of fun to do the impossible, and we're trying to do it every single night with different people. So it's a lot of fun.
So true. Well, good luck in the road ahead. Jesse Cole, founder and owner of the Savannah Bananas. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot.
All right. That's it for the latest episode of Opening Bid Unfiltered. Continue to hit me with all that love on social media and YouTube. Love all the feedback. It makes me better at doing these interviews. Thanks so much.